God. Hey bro, what's going on?
Just the asshole I wanted to see. Look, I know you don't like doing the dishes, but you could at least leave this sink in a workable, healthy condition. This is pretty disgusting.
Whatever, bro. I'm not the one with obsessive-compulsive disorder, you know, who needs everything crisp and clean.
Don't touch that! You don't deserve a shot of whiskey. Whiskey's for scrubbers. People who know how to do the dishes, and if not do the dishes, then at least leave them in a way that allows work to be done on them.
Give me back my bottle.
No, let me tell you something, bro. I'm not the anal retentive freakwad you make me out to be. I just happen to have a sense of right and wrong that's a little bit more refined than your own warped idea of cleanliness.
Right, dude. Just give me the bottle back.
First, just hear me out. There's a certain order that should be maintained for maximum efficiency and sanitation. Well, for starters, don't overcrowd the sink with dishes stacked to the ceiling. We need access to the sink for Brita. For without that access, we're slowly poisoning ourselves. Next, if you're going to fill up the pots and the dishes with water to help loosen up the crud, at least get to the job within the next few hours. After that, you know the shit's gonna go south of cheese. I almost gagged right before you came in here from some foul mixture of sloppy Joe and cum that was at least 2 days old.
That wasn't sloppy Joe, dude.
Okay, now for process, everyone does their own thing. But I notice you have a tendency to miss some of the finer points of dishwashing. By miss, I mean you suck. But let's start with which sponge to use. Soft sponges are good for going over surfaces like counters and tabletops. But there's no substitute for a sponge that has a rough side like this for really getting into the grime that might be on any dishes or pots. This allows you to really scrub off any of that crud, as well as you got this side to wipe off any of the soap that's accumulated during the dishwashing process. Now, if you're going to use a soft sponge, sometimes it won't really get in there and remove all the crud that might be on any dish or pot. This is not cool, bro. Need I tell you how many times I have returned your clean dishes to the to-be-washed pile? No, I needn't. Just know that it's been a few times too many. Are you paying attention to me? I don't want to have to repeat this. After you're done doing the dishes, squeeze the sponge with any of the water and return it to the perimeter of the sink. Don't leave it sitting in a dirty pot of scummy dishwashing water. This too is quite wrong and uncool. Alright, and another thing about how to leave the sink when you're done doing the dishes, you have to empty out the drain. You gotta empty that shit out. You know, I'm talking about any of the tomatoes, fucking bratwurst, knockwurst, hot dogs, veggie burgers, onions, mostaccioli, pierogies, baked ziti, anchovies, California. All that shit has to be emptied out into the trash when you're done. To leave that stuff sitting in there is absolutely disgusting and repugnant. Not to mention it's a breeding ground for something unknown and unholy. You ever see the movie Chud? And this is a minor point, but one that needs some acknowledgement. When you're done with the dishes, especially after it's a really heavy session, you need to wipe the sink down, okay? Remove that annoying thing that supposedly prevents you from breaking the dishes, and just wipe the sink down. Give it a good once-over. Simple stuff. Nice. So look, if you want to follow my good example here, then let's have that shot of whiskey and drink to the new you.
Right. The new me. Well, you know, I think you're a little insane, but if it means we have a shot of whiskey, then hey, it's the new me.
Stuff really burns. Oh, bastard. Fucking drugged me. Son of a bitch. Slipped me a Mickey fit.
What happened? You got drunk and passed out. I carried you back to your bed.
but this isn't my room.
Don't worry about that. You'll piece it all together later.
I gotta finish doing the dishes.
Don't worry about the dishes, Matt. The dishes are done.
That's cool.